Ladies and gentlemen, another day, another token analysis. As you know, I am live on Crypto Banter every single day. And as I promised you, I don't have time to analyze all the tokens on the show there. But if I miss any tokens, I am going to look at it if you leave a comment after the show. So if you have left a comment after the show here asking for a token analysis, I'm gonna do it on this show. Please remember, we're gonna do a lot of community events, live trading and whatnot once I am back from the whole craziness of creating the school, doing the shows, doing weekend shows and whatnot very, very soon. So it's worth subscribing to the channel, smash the like button and share this with your friends if you appreciate it. Every single time what I do is that I take these tokens that you ask me, I analyze them and potentially give you great entries on them. So let's jump into it. Number one, first of all, I love this comment. This guy is funny as fuck. I'm basically tuning in to laugh at Fefe shit talk. That's great, great. Let's go 𝗔𝗦𝗢𝗡 and ING. I'm not going to analyze 𝗣𝗘𝗢𝗢 because it's a DJ meme, but I'm going to go 𝗔𝗦𝗢𝗡 and ING. Let's go. 𝗔𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗡. 𝗔𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗡. So generally, what I'm thinking is that I'm obviously a little bit on the bearish side right now. We got to see what the market gives us. Overall, what I can say is that it's basically a market structure. As you see here, the daily structure and the higher time frame structure is definitely down. We do need to see a market structure shift. Oh, what is it? We do need to see a 50% retrace and the market structure shift, which did not happen yet. So that's a great scenario. Let's look at the 4 hour. We do see it comes back. I do believe that after liquidating these lows, depending on how the total market cap plays, I do think that we can see a market structure shift here on the 15-minute and the hourly chart. If that happens, potentially again a little bit of liquidation down here and the market structure shift, and then we can see a push all the way up here, which could be a decent push. But even if that happens, remember that we're not out of the woods yet. I would be willing to or interested in taking a short up here. What can also happen, obviously, if we do not get a market structure shift. If we get a market structure shift, you can play it. So you can play a 1-to-1. I would keep my risk reward down here below this low. So 44.5 if you get a market structure shift. But again, it's a 13% stop loss, so it's quite heavy. What you can also do is you can keep the stop loss at the 15-minute low and then just target 1-to-1 and then see how that goes. But I would be targeting up to the 65-ish, 6.5 cents-ish region. If we do not get a market structure shift here, do you believe we are going to liquidate these levels down here? And if that happens, I mean, we're getting into a very, very weird territory, which would not be great. Again, I would just look for a market structure shift after liquidating this point here on the 15-minute, and if that happens, I would take a long position. The next one was ING. Let's look at ING. Okay. So ING is actually the great level. The reason why I say that is because of a couple of reasons. Number one, on the higher time frame structure, you see that it's basically, again, a downtrend. That's what you see here. But it's not only about the higher time frame structure. We do get a retrace to the 50% level and then a rejection from there beautifully. This is what I always say. Look at this. It's actually quite beautiful. It comes back. There is a strong push, a market structure shift, and then it comes back to the POI. This would have been your short around here, would have been down about 17% since. So I did. Why is it not working? Why is it not? Okay, so that would have been nice. I do think that we are heading lower also because of the built up liquidity and because of the total market cap. So this is basically just an... I'm sorry about this. I don't know why it's opening up all these things here. So because of that, I do think that we have a potential to see a liquidation down here, a market structure shift, and then a push higher, possibly from this point of interest down here. But it's worth noting that we can see a reversal from these levels. Again, it's unlikely in my opinion because of the built-up liquidity and because what the total market cap is doing, but it would not be foreign to see that. Like, it wouldn't be weird to see that. We need to see a market structure shift here, which would be around this level up here. If you see that 19.23, that's a great long-in opportunity. Let me look at all the other tokens that you guys were asking for. It's down here. So we've got 𝗏𝗄 here. 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗙𝗢𝗏. Here you go. 𝗏𝗄. Let's go 𝗏𝗄. It's already, I already see that it's building up. Look, look, look. This is what I've drafted here. I thought that we're going to take liquidity. It didn't happen, did it? It will literally induce this level up here. So, and then I said that we need to come down and see a market structure shift. So as you see, we are building up massive liquidity. This is the stairs that I always talk about. Elevator down, stairs up. You don't want to be on the stairs because it's eventually going to break. This is actually a great shorting opportunity. So if you are about to short, this could be a great short on 𝗏𝗡. It comes back 50. If we break below here, obviously you got to monitor the total market cap. But if we break below this level down here, what is it? Let me see. This level down here, 15.7. If we break below here, you can get a position in. Again, you need the market cap to play with you, but this would be the trade that I'd be looking at taking. Also, massive liquidity, relative equal lows, which doesn't help, and trendline liquidity. So it's definitely coming lower. Now, whether the low is coming down all the way down here or there is a 50. Okay, so this level will hold. This level will hold. Possibly just a liquidation down here. And when that happens, yeah, you can short it, although it's kind of risky because I do believe that we're in a massive demand zone at that point. But if you see a market structure shift around this region, that would be a great long-in opportunity, taking all new highs. Let me look what else we have here. GRT here, down here. Do you see it? GRT. So let's look at, can I? Okay, I can do that. Okay, GRT. Let's look at GRT as well. How do I? Okay, I can. Tech is not with me today. GRT. Let's look at GRT. Here we go. Clear downtrend on the 15-minute. Let me look at it on the hourly. Clear downtrend. Look what happened. It came back 50. Once it came back 50, it rejected beautifully. Let me just show you. I haven't checked this one as well. I haven't checked any of these, by the way, but I'm pretty confident it rejected beautifully. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. So you always have to see a close above. Look. There is a close above on the 15 rejection, and there was no 50% retrace. This is why I usually say that you got to get your position, 50% of your position in here. This is the first entry, and if it comes back 50, you get in the second entry. Now, this did not come back, so that's that would have been a half trade that you would get in there, and then it's going lower. Let me see on the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour, it comes back. It is actually getting into a very strong 4-hour POI, but it does have a lot of trendline liquidity. So what I do think is going to happen is that we are going to see a break below here. We're going to see a market structure shift and push, but I would not be surprised if we would take this low down here and possibly come to this even 10 cents-ish region and reject from the, or reverse from there, which is another 20-30%. So you got to watch out. But anywhere in here, if we would see a 15-minute market structure shift, and obviously if you see a market structure shift happening on the total market cap, this could be an interesting play, but I think you have better. Lori, you've been here for a very long time. Got Lori here. Let's go, Myro. Let's go. Here you go. Let's go into the daily. Let's see what the daily shows. Daily is a clear downtrend. So if you look at this, bam, bam, we need to wait for a 50 retrace, which should happen eventually, which is pretty cool. If you go down on the 4-hour, let me see what it shows. Yeah, so that didn't even come back. It liquidated this low though, so there is a possibility that we're going to take this low as well. And then if we do that, market structure shift on the 15 and the move on, that would be interesting. But if you want to look at the hourly, if we would take, that's just too, yeah. So if we would take this liquidity here and show market structure shift, it would be worth a scalp, which would be getting in your position in here, like whatever that happens, and then just targeting 1-to-1. That could be a scalp, or if you come all the way down before making a market structure shift, you can come all the way, liquidate this 6.2 cents down here, and then show reversal and go higher. What was the other token that you asked for me? Fefe. I'm not gonna do that again. DJ meme. IOs. Let's see if I get it. It's here. Go into the daily. go down here. It's quite, I can't really analyze this, to be very honest with you. There's not enough data for me to do it. Liquidity on both sides, that I would say right now, but it's not a great analysis because I don't have data, but there is liquidity building up, possibly a push down, whether it's coming for this 37-ish region all the way down to the 33, showing a market structure shift. When that happens, you could enter a long position, but again, I don't know the token. I see it's new. I would not start playing with it. Guys, if you would like me to analyze your token like this, and so you can take the trade today, tomorrow, and get a basic idea of where my mind is at regarding a token, please make sure to come to my daily shows on Banter Plus. There is going to be a link in the description for my show as well, and you can ask it after the show has ended. You have about 2 hours to ask it in the comments, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do this every single day. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and make sure to come back for another one. And I believe I'll see you in the next one. Take care.